Good morning, reception. Today we are going to be learning about rhyming, and I know you have already been doing a little bit of rhyming in your phonics this week. We are going to be using rhyming to name our doll characters. Now, I don't know if you've noticed in the paper dolls book, their names rhyme. I'm going to say that phrase that you were learning yesterday, and I wonder if you can think about which names or which words rhyme in that phrase. So it goes like this. There's Ticky and Tacky and Jackie the Backy, Jim with two noses and Joe with the bow. Did you spot any rhyming words? I have written them down so we can have a look and see why some of them rhyme. So this is the first two names, isn't it? Ticky and Tacky. T-ick-e and t-ack-e. And I have given you a little bit of a clue with how I've written it there as to why those two names rhyme. Why do they sound similar? Can you tell me? Very good. They end in the same sounds, don't they? They both end in a k, and then it makes an e sound. This year makes an e sound sometimes, and in these names it makes an e. Ticky and tap ends in a k. E as well. They end in the same. Ticky and tacky. And that is what makes a rhyming word. They have to end in the same sound. I have, so ticky and tacky. The next one is J-ack-e. Jackie, the B-ack-e. Jackie and Backy. And they both end in an acky. Ack-e. Ack-e. It's just the J and the B, the first letter that has changed. Jackie, the Backy. So that is why that name rhymes. The next one is Jim with two noses. I've written Jim with two noses. Jim with two noses. Now look closely. I'm going to ask you to pause the video here so you can have a few minutes to look closely. Can you spot any words that rhyme in that sentence? Do any of them end with the same letters? Pause the video now and take a little look. Okay, did you spot any? That was a bit of a trick, wasn't it? There was no rhyming words in that one. Jim with two noses has no words that end in the same sounds. So that one is not a rhyming sentence. There's no rhyming for Jim. And the last one is Joe with the bow. Joe with the bow. So they both end in an O sound. J-O, B-O. Joe, bow. But the O is written differently, so it's a bit harder to spot if you're looking at it written. So the O sound in this word is an O, but in this word it makes an O. The O sound in this word is a O and a W, which together it's a digraph. Those two letters make an O sound. So it sounds the same if you're just listening to it and not looking. Joe, bow. The O sounds the same, but they are just written a little bit differently for those two. You're going to have a go at helping me come up with some rhyming names. We're going to do a little practice. So if I was to name my paper doll here, if I was going to name this one, well, actually I'm going to name this one Polly. Ollie. Can you think of some rhyming names for my other one? So I've done the Ollie bit in red because that's the bit that needs to, your rhyming word needs to end in an Ollie sound, but we need to change the first sound. So Polly, shout out, can you think of any other rhyming words? Polly. Pause the video if you need to have a few minutes to come up with a few ideas. Right, oh, I've heard lots. Polly, we've got, I need to take my lids off my pens. Dolly. Ollie, Polly, Dolly. There's a song, isn't there? Miss Polly had a dolly. Polly, Dolly, Jolly. That rhymes. Very good. Whoever said that? J. Oh no, I need a capital J, don't I? 'Cause it's a name. And I should have had a capital D here. Well done. Whoever spotted that. Dolly, jolly, J. And I need my Ollie bit. Polly, dolly, jolly. So I could pick one of those rhyming names for my other doll. Maybe Polly and Dolly. I quite like that for their rhyming names. I am going to name one of my characters for real now, and you are going to have a think if you can help me come up with some ideas to name the other one. That was just a practice one. So I'm going to name this one Oh. What does that say? Oh. Bill. Can you think of a name for my other one? That is your challenge. When you have finished that, it would be fantastic if you came up with some rhyming names for your dolls, because then we can make a little story about them later on. And if you're going to do a story, they need names. So some rhyming names would be great. All right, reception. Bye for now.